So once again, man, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Grind, man. You are grinding, still getting to it, out here moving nonstop, and we respect the shit out of that, right, Bobby?
Absolutely, man. Definitely respecting, like, and you fucking with us, man. Ever since we've met you and I've met you personally, you've been nothing but 100. You never let the money and the fame change how you treat me as a person, and I definitely appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. And I want to say, each and every individual in here is spending their good time and energy, which is a amazing currency to spend. So I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you and I appreciate you. Everybody in here, we in here together.
That's right.
It's one body. So
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Real talk.
Absolutely.
So,
let's get into it, man. So what y'all came here for? So, Mr. Gorilla Zoe, before the world knew you as Gorilla Zoe, no, for y'all to know how we do this, I like to try to do my research, and I'll go on the internet and I'll scour all the interviews and everything and try to find some information about you so I kind of, know a little bit about you. So feel free to fact check me about anything, because the internet do be lying. But anyway, so for those of you who know,
lying? What? It never happens.
I know, it never happens. It never happens.
Be manipulated.
Okay, but before you were Gorilla Zoe, you were born as Alonzo Keith Mathis Jr.
The second.
From the second from East Point, Georgia. East Point or Atlanta? Is that the same thing?
I grew up in East Point. Before it was East Point, I spent my younger childhood in Griffin. And then, but I was born in the Bay. I was born in San Francisco.
Okay, that explains the different sound. Okay. Yeah. So how did you even get the name Gorilla Zoe?
They called me Zoe, like Lil Zoe. And then as I got older, coming in teenage days, I'm like, you got characteristics of a gorilla. And it just kind of like slipped on me. First they added the E to the Z-O. They added the E to it. I'm like, man, I don't want to be Zoe. No, bro, it's Zoe like Joe. I don't know about this.
Okay.
But it stuck. Whatever they name you in the hood, it's gonna stick.
Real shit.
What I'm saying? And they put the gorilla on it. And that stuck too. So therefore, here we are, Gorilla Zoe.
Okay.
All right.
So coming up in that era, that was like a whole different Atlanta than we know today, right? So explain to us a little bit about how it was coming up in that classic ATL for you.
Oh man, I remember Atlanta when it was less than 1 million people though. You know what I'm saying, less than 2 million people though, for sure. I think the '96 Olympics brought awareness back to a city. Atlanta's a city built on top of a city. It's got a lot of history. So it brought a lot of awareness back to the city. The prices, the cheap prices, the opportunities. And some great people decided that they wanted to build. And from what I heard, that it could have been Atlanta or it could have been Charlotte. But Atlanta won the Olympics and thus far.
There we have it.
Yeah. Well, that was also the Red Dog era, right?
Yeah, Red Dog, Black Cats, and some more of that. Yeah, Atlanta has always been a mixing bowl. It's always been a mixing bowl. You know what I'm saying? Multiple cultural, different genres. Everybody just mixed up in Atlanta, and it's always been that. I imagine it to be like, whatever, when you look at a metropolis, like it's still growing. So, you know what I'm saying? As everything is, but it's a beautiful thing. Atlanta was wild. It was a country little place. Now it's the city in the woods.
Yep. Okay, so from the Bay, moved to Atlanta. That's where you grew up. When did you start creating music, and what made you start creating music?
Well, my whole path has been math. Like I didn't choose nothing, none of this. I'm not the guy that wanted to be famous or still wants to be famous, or You don't pick. You know what I'm saying? When something's given to you, you don't pick speed or how high you can jump or how tall you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't pick none of that. So, my intellectual, my gifts, they're exactly that. They're gifts, and you don't pick gifts. You can work on gifts. You can work on yourself. You can work on hobbies. You can turn habitual things into a career. But music, I didn't pick this. You know what I'm saying? It's all lined up. Everything is lined up. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody listening, if you ain't actually getting what I'm saying and you're not actually on the board or running a board, there is a design, and there are good people out here that are willing to help you get to your design destination. Right?
So, but like you said, that comes organically, right? It's natural. It's in you, right?
It's like it's wisdom beyond me.
Okay, so a lot of times there's a lot of people that may be born really fast, right? Or strong, but they don't become a professional football player. You know what I'm saying? Like they might not use that talent for their career. So what was that moment that you said, you know what? I want to take this talent that's God's given me and I want to apply it and I want this to be my career.
After I made that, after I wrote my first song that we was trying to sell, I was like, this is. After I did it, the producer came back, Chris Flame. He came back to the studio, and he looked at me. He was like, "Who helped you do this?" I'm like, I've been here by myself. He was like, "Oh, I'm finna go sell this." So how much you sell it for? Because he had already produced on like Jay-Z and like Ludacris and some other big acts.
Yeah.
He was like, I can sell for like $10,000, $15,000.
And that was the moment.
I said, hey, I can take care of
A lot of stuff.
I can take care of my family with this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the moment that I decided I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Okay. So a lot of people were introduced to you when you replaced Jeezy in the group Boys in the Hood. But before we get into that, how did that opportunity even come about? I know you said you had Chris Flame, he's going to sell the song. So how did that come about?
We're going to get back to it, so I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
So we're going to get back to what you said. But you can't replace anybody.
You cannot.
Right? But that's the thing that's out there, That's how they put it out there. So, but how it happened was like the third song, Flame came back. He was like, look, I got these 3 projects that I'm working on, and I need a song for one of them. So I did like Boys in the Hood. This artist had this song. They already had songs out, and I was like, "What's the closest thing?" I was like, "Man, I don't know. Boys in the Hood." Okay, let me do a record. Hood nigga. Boom. Right. So I kind of like inserted my life, but for somebody else to be able to, you know what I'm saying, right? Anybody, because it's just like, boop, 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 boop. And you know what I'm saying? He got the record to Bloc at Jock's album release party, and Bloc called me the next morning. So that's how that, that's kind of how, yeah.
So you had that song before you did
It was for Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
So he gave me he was like, look, I want to sign you, put you in Boys in the Hood. Of course, I appreciate you, but I don't want to rap.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a rapper. I see what rappers are. I see what this is. I am cool, bro. Like, ain't no money gonna change, you know what I'm saying, my character. He was like, nah, you gotta do it. These boys write their own stuff, and can't nobody mimic your voice, so, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. I was like, all right, cool, I'll do it. And then, from being in Boys in the Hood, I got the opportunity to be in the studio and work on some of my own stuff, and then I got a solo situation. So, like I said, I think, ain't no I think. It's all a design, it's all math. I appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it happens.
So, like with that situation, the group is already established, right? They're already moving as a unit. And, Jeezy's situation kind of, you said you didn't replace him, but you inserted yourself into this group that was already established. Do you feel like there was tension in that group when you came in? Like, what was the climate like coming in there into a group that's already established, already moving, and now here comes you, the new front man?
Yeah, I mean, look at hindsight 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like review. You know what I mean? You can always see more, better looking back. But yeah, in that first initial, like being in the mix, yes, it was. Anytime that you add another ingredient to anything, it's gonna change the taste.
I like that.
So yes, I came in, I changed the taste as humbly as I could. You know what I'm saying? And things happen. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I appreciate all them guys too. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't. It wasn't no hate.
Yeah.
They didn't stop. They ain't trying to stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? Slow that down. So, it was a blessing and a boost for me. You know what I'm saying? I did what I could to represent the best that I could. You know what I'm saying? So I hope hope everybody got got what they needed out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, from everything that you've learned from that situation, do you feel that joining the group first instead of going solo first was the best move for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Everything has worked out perfectly. Everything is perfect. Even if it's imperfect to our sight from our angle. Right? It's all about perception. You know what I'm saying? From an overview, it's all working.
Okay, so that situation, obviously, it had to come to an end at some point, right? So how did the group ultimately fall apart? Or did it just dissolve on its own?
I think it had something to do with Bad Boy, the mother company, leaving or moving to a different umbrella. I didn't know that at the time, but now I understand, the business. And I know it definitely has something to do with, musical chairs. As, you know what I'm saying, movement on the board. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay, moving the money, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So, that ended, your solo career took off, and you, Hood Nigga, massive record. So with that record being your first big break, is that the moment that you really felt that you made it as an artist? Or was there another moment?
No, that wasn't the moment I felt like I made it as an artist. That was the moment I felt like, wow, I'm something. Don't know what I am, but I got something. I got a footprint on this earth. You know what I'm saying? But nah, as an artist, because you got to think, I'm hearing, that's just Zoe. Or, if you don't know just Zoe, that's a one-hit wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really do this. So, it put me in a place, purposely, where I wanted to prove that I had more to give. You know what I'm saying? I listen to all kind of music. I think I got some stuff going on in my head. I'm gonna defy the odds. I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm not gonna fall for the, I just did a record and I'm gonna lay back. You know what I'm saying? I got something to prove. If to nobody else myself. So, Hood Figure was just the beginning for me.
All right, so you said one-hit wonder, and we know obviously you're not a one-hit wonder. You came back immediately with Lost, which was like an international smash, right? But what made you, with the record Lost, what made you go in like a totally different direction? Like singing, like there was a whole, like you said, you added a different recipe to it. There's a new flavor. What made you go that direction?
It was easier to go that direction than to go Hood Figure. Just Hood Figure's it's a dope record, but it is rap. So, I mean, if you listen to music, poetry, over amazing mathematical beats with the art of storytelling to it is amazing. But if you add key, synchronicity, melody, and I guess it would be engineering.
Okay.
Heavy vocal production.
Okay.
If you add that to rap, then you got stuff like Lost, which is, it's not a whole live band playing with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you add those elements, then you upgrade it. You know what I'm saying? You add a guitar, you add a drum. You know what I'm saying? You add a harp. You know what I'm saying? You add a cello, like live, like that. Like let's play this live and let's do like that's different.
Yeah.
With that, so what I'm saying is that like that was the easiest thing I could do.
Okay.
Okay. So do you felt that record did what you expected to do? Did it pass your expectations? Did you think it was going to be that big?
No. No. Not at all, bro. Not at all. Not at all. I'm thankful, grateful. There's no words. Cause that record, that grand simplicity. It's the simplicity in things. That grand simplicity has it changed my life, generations of mine, and it's changed some people. It's helped people. So it's did some, what I mean, great on this, on this existence. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm sure a question that's like I've always wondered, because I have a hard time choosing myself, is, and it's got to be hard for you, because I know as artists, when it comes to your catalog, it's kind of like your children. It's hard to pick what your favorites are, right? But out of just two of your projects, Welcome to the Zoo or Don't Feed the Animals, which one means the most to you and why?
Don't feed the animals, no doubt.
And why?
I poured myself in that one. I wasn't trying to. It was less of trying to hit a mark. Welcome to the Zoo. Hit a mark. It's hard. Hit a mark.
Nice.
Like, hit the marks. Don't feed the animals. I was like, y'all ain't. I get free will. At least a little freedom. Give me 10% free will on this. Let the wheels turn. Let the wheels turn. I'm listening to I'm listening to Zydeco. I'm listening to soft rock, hard rock. I'm listening to backpacking, bebop. I'm listening to everything.
Yeah.
To you know what I'm saying, to tap in as much as I can tap into, so I can pour out everything I can pour out.
So and I know, like, you've worked with several people that I know that have worked with you, say that you've got like hidden songs that are like totally, we would never believe it's Zoe, right? Like, you got shit that's just so left field. So why not release that stuff? Why, is it something that you want to, or you're just holding on to it?
It's all about timing. All right. So all of the things that I had to hold on to in the past, I'm grateful for. I didn't understand. I fight the work. Like, why I can't put this out? This is so, you know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't in control of distribution. You wasn't in control of releasing or promoting or marketing. Right? You know what I'm saying? That it was, but now. So I thank the highest Heavenly Father for the opportunity that we all have to be able to be unique and be yourself and put out whatever you want to put out in any art form. You know what I'm saying? If you're creative, if you're a promoter, if you're a master at marketing, if you're a marketing master, like, these are the times that I'm thankful for. So I wasn't holding it. The opportunity wasn't present. But in this present time, it is.
Got you. Makes sense.
Okay. So at this point in your career, you got 2 huge records. You done drop Hood Figure, boom, out the world, lost, international smash. So you on top of the world, hugely successful. A lot of people, well, everybody knows that money changes people and people around you. How did the success affect your life for the good and the bad?
It's always people say it's 2 sides to a coin, but it's 3. Right? You got heads, you got tails, and you got that rigor round, right? So it's 3 sides to a coin. It helped, of course, on this side. It hurt on this side. I had to find a balance, and my balance was a place that nobody, you don't need to explain, and nobody won't get unless they ask, and that's that round part. You know what I'm saying? Staying balanced. It's hard to balance, but staying balanced. Like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything for money, right? I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna sell my soul, or you know what I'm saying, trade my morals or my morals for this side of the coin, which hurts because it affects how you're gonna live and expectations of people and what they can get, you know what I'm saying, from your blessings. So keeping that balance, bro, keeping that balance, it was difficult. You know, it was difficult. I'm thankful for now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a difficult balance. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So during this time, you were signed with Bloc, obviously, who had a joint venture deal with one of the biggest labels in the game, Bad Boy. But looking back almost 20 years, do you feel that was a good deal or a bad deal?
I feel like it was a great deal for me.
Okay.
It worked in my favor in all ways. Looking hindsight, like, man, I wish, not wish, but why I can't get how they get these big videos? Other artists that's on the label, like, they get these, I don't know what I need to do. I gotta make what kind of record I gotta make, you know what I'm saying? But I just wasn't on the radar. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I was playing 6-man. But it's Robert Ory got 6 or 7 rings, so.
Okay. So, how did that deal ultimately end? The solo.
So, when I guess, turning in records, and you don't really know the inside of what's happening. Turning a record, I'm like, man, what's happening? Forget it, I'm just gonna drop some mixtapes. I'm gonna do 30. Like, I'm waiting to get an album. I'm gonna do 30 mixtapes in 30 days. I'm gonna do an album every day for a month. Live on the internet. Show that this is some BS. This whole thing is smoke and mirrors. It don't take that. I'm gonna do an album every day for a month. People are okay, but at the end of the day, nobody told me that Bad Boy was moving from Atlantic to Interscope. So there's no reason for me to turn down records. I have no label. But everybody's saying it because that's the business.
Yeah.
It ain't for you to know. You're just an artist. You don't supposed to know until
exactly
what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they moved on, and the parent company wanted to keep me. So they kept me. They did what they did, and it took a couple years, and I got free of that. You know what I'm saying? Bloc a real one. He let me out of the deal, and I was able to move on. I moved to Miami and got with my brother Flo. IMG Strong on him. You know what I'm saying? Did a little other kind of growing. You know what I'm saying? Learned, seen some other places and did some more music. So,
Okay.
So once that whole situation kind of fell apart. Like you said, you took off to Florida, but after everything, right, out of all situations, or you should walk away with a lesson, right? What do you feel is like the biggest lesson you learned from that situation, that label situation?
Lesson that I can give other artists. Don't take anything for granted. Any time, any space that you're blessed with, use it to the best of your ability. The lesson I learned is gratitude. Gratitude, because nobody owes you anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's a jungle out here. It's a jungle out here. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't prey, you could be predator. You know, I mean, if you ain't predator, you could be prey. I mean,
we get it.
you know?
Either way.
Right. Okay. So, like I said, 2 huge records, massive tours. Obviously, you ran up some bags during your tenure of being with the major label. So, what do you feel is the smartest thing you've ever done with your money?
Invest in my children, take care of my children.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's real as fuck.
Okay. So the other side of the coin, what's the dumbest shit you ever done with your money?
Have immature, testosterone-filled, money peeing contest in strip clubs.
Okay. Not judging you. It's the
an honest
culture.
man.
Hey, no, it's the culture. Got to do that.
All right, man. At this point, you're fully independent. You're out here getting it out the mud, right? So was it a difficult transition for you going from a major label situation to now you're having to fund everything yourself?
No,
No?
because I was always I was taught this. So I remember with Lost, like nobody wanted Lost. It was like, man, you put your, but when you go and sit in the rooms, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was granted the access to go sit in the room. So I'm like, okay, you'll put your career on it? I'm like, yeah. Well, how much you got on you? Where my bag at? I don't know, I go through, I got like 30, 35,000. All right, leave that right here. We'll match it.
Ooh.
We'll match it. Let's get it. Let's see what it do. Now, this the thing in the business, and this is never gonna change. In the business, when you with the right ones, the real ones, it's not a one-man show. If we working on something, everybody in this room is working on something. I don't care if you're doing whatever part of the body you're working, you're a master at it. So when you're working on something big, like a Super Bowl or something, we're all working big stuff. Everybody got their own team, but everybody here is a boss, right? Nobody can say, this is what we're doing. Nobody wants to say this is what we're doing. You know why? Because when you say this is what we're doing, you're held accountable for what we're doing. Now, accountability is team, because the team is going to back you, right? But if you are wrong, that's might be your last time standing up saying this is what we're doing. Right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets that one chance. I don't care if you're the paper boy. You got a good idea? You got a great idea? You might be more than a paper boy. Come on, let's go. Y'all sure? Well, I'm saying it. Well, so you saying it. This might be your last time too. You know what I'm saying? But if it works, he gets promoted.
That's right.
Everybody moves up and everything happens. If it doesn't work, then ain't nobody listening to you. You got to follow suit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't have it. So when they say that you'll put your career on it, well,
Yeah.
I put that's what I did. Every time with every record, I supported it with you know what I'm saying, with my time. I miss birthdays. I miss Christmases. You know what I'm saying? We miss, you know what I'm saying, the holidays and the holy days. You know what I'm saying? But read my heart, not my mind. And we invest, you know, your money, you invest, you know what I'm saying, sweat, you invest everything when you believe in something. It ain't always gonna work. But if you really believe in it, yeah.
That's real.
That was learning independency then.
Absolutely. So, like you said, you know, you stand on it, and everybody around's got to do something. So, when you're with the label and you're getting the check, you got big entourages. Everybody wants a job to work for you. But that moment when you decided that you're going to venture off and take your career into your own hands, were those same people there with you for that new beginning, or did you have to start from the ground up? How did that work?
I mean, you build a familyhood. I don't want to say a brotherhood because you got, you know, the ladies too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got your sisters and your brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's a family. So yeah, I gotta go embark on my own grow up journey. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people that's with you are helping raise you. You know what I'm saying? For artists that, you know what I'm saying, you might, young artists don't overlook or underestimate the people around you, because most of the people that are around you are here to help raise you. Even if you're a grown man or a grown woman, you understand what I'm saying? If you don't, you'll get it later. But I was able to walk off and do that because they would still check on me. And if I needed something, I can always make that call because I didn't dirty my face. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely, in my mind, in my head, had to start from the ground up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so starting from the ground up, and you know, you look back and you've had several situations that kind of didn't work out how you wanted it to or how you seen it, right? With that, like, that could leave some people jaded, right? Like, so what's your perspective now on the music industry? Uh-oh.
It's amazing. It's amazing. See,
All right, you can clap for that.
Hey.
it's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. It's spectacular. It's a place. It's an open space. Now we don't like this about this, or we don't like that. It ain't got nothing to do with the actual structure of the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just say the industry, the music industry. We're going to say the industry, the game, right? And it got nothing to do with it because the game sells shoes, it sells colognes, it sells liquors, it sells homes, it sells cities, it sells the game, right? It ain't the game that's messed up. It ain't that. It's some people that put cement on the bottom of their shoes and stood on their square for too long, doing the wrong thing, and nobody was big enough to move them. No, it's a different age. It's a different time. It's an ass for every seat. That's somebody for everybody.
Okay. All right. So we know you got a mean pen game. You've written several hits for yourself. Couple fun facts about Gorilla Zoe. Some people might not know, correct me if I'm wrong, that you also co-wrote Usher's platinum song Papers off the Raymond vs. Raymond album.
I don't write and I don't co-write.
Okay.
Whatever energy that comes from me, that goes somewhere, it's a blessing, and then however I get my blessings back, that's it.
That's amazing. Okay.
So no pen was involved, but you had something to do with it, right? Your energy was.
I'm saying, however, see,
because that was like you kind of dodged that.
No, this the thing, bro. Like, I'm not a ghost writer. I'm not a man writer, a God writer. Look, we working.
All right.
We working, and if you see my name on something, that's a blessing, and that's what it is.
Hey, that's a humble way to do it. So speaking of that, you said ghostwriter and writing records, blessing people with stuff to help make their record bigger. You did it for Usher, so yeah, it's cool. But if you did it for a rapper, would that be a problem? Would you be a ghostwriter?
It'd be a problem when you do it for anybody. For me, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about that, you know. With this new, the whole new way that I'm moving now is I want a 50-50 everything. Right? So if you're in the studio with us, It's everything split
Okay.
across the board. The one person that was sitting there rolling blunts and bouncing is gonna get the same amount as I got.
Oh shit. Well, let's book a studio session after.
But then what I'm saying is you got to be careful who's in the studio with you.
Got you. Got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
I thought that was my chance.
No, that's cool. I'm just saying. So it ain't like how it used to be. I don't like how it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got people that are writing whole songs, pouring their life, their soul, everything they got into a record, and then they get 3%. You know what I'm saying? You got these kids producing, and you got this one dude sitting over them. You know what I'm saying? And they are getting paid.
They ain't getting
like
shit.
You get paid by the day, like you're a worker. You know what I'm saying? And they actually are producing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the industry norm, right? But the game the game don't change. The rules and the rule makers and the rule holders gotta change. Get y'all greedy ass out of here. It's plenty of money.
Right.
But see, now they lost. Now they lost because they gotta connect to this new generation. Not just for not just for you know what I'm saying the digital world.
Yeah.
Now you gotta invest in people that know how to talk to AI. You know what I'm saying? So we're beyond digital. Like now, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a link and then we got a link and then we got to be able to control the link. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready? Because that muscle, you ain't got time. I don't care how many weights you lift. You fucked up in the mix. And it ain't. It's motherfuckers are holding back the water. It's just dripping. Motherfucker opened up the book. So if you ain't really got great intentions and you ain't really a great person, you in trouble.
Okay. That's real. All right, so Bobby, I'm gonna match you with a fun fact.
Okay,
Since
fun
you over
fact.
here throwing out facts, and I'm gonna see if he's gonna call me out on this one. But
Okay.
a lot of people might not know that you actually have a cooking show.
Yes, sir.
Where did the passion for cooking come from?
Being Hungarian. Being hungry.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. Okay, all right. We didn't know.
Damn,
Light skin.
No, being hungry.
We getting all
angry.
kinds of exclusives.
Being angry and hungry. You gotta learn how to cook. No, I had to go to Job Corps. That was a path that I was put on. I didn't like it, but it worked out for me. I learned how to be a cook, and eventually how to be a chef. And I was cooking and running restaurants before I even wrote my first rap song. So, yeah.
All right, shit. I ain't mad at
So
that.
now we record. We got a couple episodes. We haven't sold it. We dropped like one little mini episode on it. I've just been holding it, but content is king, and I'm gonna drop it soon.
Okay. All right. So where? Okay, real quick. So, what's your go-to meal? And like, say you want to cook for your lady. What's the meal that you would cook?
Quick date night.
Quick
Quick
date.
date night.
There you go. Quick date night cooking.
I got 10 minutes to impress this woman.
Oh shit.
10 minutes. We walk into it. Hey, look, you got some pasta.
Okay.
We got some garlic. You got some white wine, some butter. You got a tomato. You got a shrimp. You got a little shrimp. I'm gonna make a shrimp oregano if she can eat. If she can eat. Yeah. If not, I just trade it for chicken. But it's 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a white wine, buttery. You know what I'm saying? Shrimp oregano. You need some oregano. But there you go.
That presentation is everything.
Easy.
Like, come on, man. You understand me? The way the diced red tomatoes hit off of the, green oregano. You know what I'm saying? And then you sprinkle it with the parsley. Yay.
You gotta do that one.
Little salt bay.
I ain't salt, bam. Pepper stepper.
Pepper stepper. Okay, pepper stepper. All right, man. So, cooking show, blessing people with lyrics on records. You in the lab. You got artists under you. You spreading the pie. You ain't being greedy. So, what's next for GorillaZoe?
I've stepped into a destiny that was hidden from me. New gifts are being unlocked every day. More knowledge, wisdom, but knowledge that I am held accountable for. And I hold myself accountable for the knowledge. I don't trust myself, I trust God, but I hold myself accountable for the knowledge that I'm given. We're building something. And I'm standing on the shoulders of giants saying this. It's been a lot of great people right now in this room that's been working on that building. I was guided, still easily guided by the right ones, but I'm here now to lead. So, if you know, you know.
Okay.
Okay, don't want to give too much, right?
Right.
I gave them everything if they can see.
Ooh.
Hey,
I got glasses.
If they can't hear what I'm painting.
all right. So what's 3 words that describes Gorilla Zoe?
I'm a man. I'm a son.
Mm.
And I'm a servant.
Wow.
Okay.
Powerful.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. So, a lot of times I like to do this to myself, and it's an exercise I try to do to get better. But stepping outside of yourself, looking from third-person view, what do you feel, personal and professional, is the biggest challenge you have to overcome to get to where you see yourself in the next step?
So stepping outside of myself.
Looking at yourself,
Looking at myself in third person.
and you say, just being honest with yourself,
What do I have to do?
what is the biggest challenge, personal or professional, that you feel you need to overcome to get to the next level? What's holding you back?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. To be where I want to be don't exist. Where I want to be and what I want has far gone. I've far beyond past everything that all I wanted to do was take care of my kids. They are now grown.
Congrats.
My youngest son he just committed, to college, full scholarship basketball.
Hey.
Right, so
Yeah. Super dope.
it's a blessing. Now I gotta. I thought I was done. I thought I was gonna move to Phuket. Is it Phuket or Phuket? Thought I was gonna move there and be done, but right before I scratched in all the plans, one of my best friend now, my good friend, she was like, I'm pregnant. So I got a 2-year-old. Her name is Layla.
Beautiful.
Layla-
Starting over again.
Layla is challenging everything that I thought I knew. So I'm gonna be a father. I'm gonna be a father forever.
Okay.
I'm gonna be what I am forever. And
Oh yeah. Yeah, that job never ends.
Man.
Job never ends, bro.
Super dad.
But we take on we take that on, you know what I'm saying, as heavy in the light that we can. So
No, that's good. That's good. You've already achieved what you set out to do.
what I was saying is basically what I'm saying is whatever I have to do, whatever I'm doing, is outside of my thought process.
Ooh.
As a man. As a man, not as whatever else I might be. Outside of the man in me, the man has already seen everything he wanted. I never cared about earthly things. They come, they're blessings. You know what I'm saying? But it's way more going on than, you can't grab COVID like an apple and eat it. Can't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can sneeze. I heard. Give me that sneeze. it's a lot going on that most people can't see.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people see differently, and that L and that Y is amazing.
Okay, so one thing that I always like to know, and I like to end our interviews with, is if you could go back in time and give a younger you some advice, what would it be? You got time?
See, the thing is, if I would go back, it would be one thing I would say, right? But if I said that to my younger me, then I wouldn't get here.
Damn.
That's the butterfly effect.
Yeah, right?
So of course, I want to look at my sons and be like, man, don't panic. It's going to happen anyway, little nigga. Regardless, it's designed and planned for you. I see all your friends and girlfriends and everything you're doing, I can see on a different level, but I can't tell you to not worry or cry or panic or fight or scratch. I can't tell you it's already there. Just like couldn't nobody tell me it was already there. But we here now, so I wouldn't tell my younger self anything.
Ooh.
Wow.
You got to go through it to do it.
I would have to sit there and cry with him, knowing it's gonna be all right.
Ooh.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gorilla Zoe!
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes, sir.